Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back everyone. It's so good to be back in the studio after 5 weeks of not crafting. It feels weird, I think, but it's good to be back. Let's do a little bit of art journaling with brand new rice papers. If you haven't seen the previous video, here is the rice paper set number 2 with 10 pages and set number 1 with another different 10 gorgeous, amazing, beautiful pages. Will I show you a quick flip through? Here are the pages. I mean, beautiful. They are not available on Amazon. They are on my online store, maremismallart.com, if you're curious. So check it out. So pretty, so beautiful. Perfect for a starting point of your journal page, and that's what we're gonna do today. I'm hoping for the background with the music notes, with this rice paper, with possibly a mushroom, because honestly a lot of these images they should all kind of work simultaneously with the color scheme. So hopefully a little bit of vintage of our mushrooms somehow incorporate in here. Also, I would love an animal, maybe from Animalia book, we shall see, and maybe fairy. Yes, why not? Before we're gonna start, and also I was thinking it would be fabulous if we could have a little bit of stenciling that I got lost. Oh, text stencil, very old one that I have in my studio. I also got my stamps. We shall see if this will be good, bad, needed, I don't know. The middle of the book. This is what I always do, because people have been asking me recently as well, Marta, how do you keep it together? Well, I keep it together by putting the tape usually on it, and I also put 2 pages together. So this one is a brown one that was there and the cream one, and I just glue them together, and I have it thicker thanks to it, and that's how I'm dealing with it, just adding the pages, and there we go. And there we go. Now I don't think I used Animalia book as yet, would you believe it? And I don't think I have, and I definitely didn't use my rice paper, so I think it would be amazing if we could combine those together today. And maybe fairy as well, because honestly all these magical fairyland worlds, they do swim through each other, and I think it's just lovely. So I'm hoping for a background that is vintagey with the music notes and a little bit of texture on it as well, maybe some text, we shall see. So a month went by being in Poland. I mean, seriously, a month, it's a long, every year we go for a month, because that's what we really need, if you think about it. When we have our families on 2 different ends of Poland, all the transportation time and travels and all, so we just decide that this is good, and that's what we do every year, really. And I love it. However, this year was so hot, like, I mean, extremely hot. We're talking about 30 degrees at midnight. Like, we were leaving my parents' apartment at, let's say, midnight, 1 o'clock, and we would look on the dot, the thing showing on the car, and it would show 29 or 30 degrees midnight. Pretty insane, if you ask me. Now, I have been talking with mommy today, and I said, Mom, Lucas told me that you're gonna get like heat wave, like the whole August will be 30 degrees. That's very hot, guys. And you know what? It tells you how hot it was. I love hot, I love heat. We always laugh that I just love it. End of story. Oops. This is old music notes paper, so no wonder it's ripping, but that's okay. Don't worry about these things at all. It's all good. So I'm randomly adding. So if you think about it, if it was very hot for me, that's kind of giving you indication how hot it was if I was complaining, and it was like unbearable. It was so tough at times. So yeah, it was really, really difficult. Now let's see. maybe I'm gonna just add it. I'm trying to use the glues. I remember when I said, oh, how amazing is this glue, and I don't think now these days that it's so amazing. It's tough to get it. Okay, it works in a big surface, but it's very expensive on Amazon. It's completely not worth to spend $15 for it. It's okay to spend like what I did. I think it was maybe 3-4 euro in the local store here in Ireland, but I won't do it. My best one is the Rustic one. They all finished, so I will be buying new. I actually said it to Lucas today, if you will be back in Mr. Price, which is our sort of localish store, I said please get me those glues again, because actually those are the best. They're not lasting you long, but the usage of it, how it feels, it's just somehow better. I can't explain it, but it is. Okay, so let's see. I'm thinking to most definitely grab this whole gorgeous, this is number 19 if you ever wondered, the whole gorgeous 19, one of the rice papers. So many of you have been asking for rice papers now, and you'll be like, Marta, why it's not Amazon? It's not on Amazon, and I'm not planning yet to do it. If it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen anytime soon, because I just physically don't have time to work towards that, and it's a very different way than with the books. But I can only promise you and assure you that.
Please. Play inside.
Yes, 1 second. Okay, let's just grab this one. I'm gonna put this as it is, beautifully like that, and I will probably just go over here around this and probably just jump in with leaving the top part for the next project, which, or even here, we'll see. Oh, I mean, seriously, how beautiful is this? Now I will get rid of that side, because most definitely it's much nicer when you have it just looks better. You can blend in it better if the line isn't as sharp, but it's actually roughed around edged, so that's much nicer. I don't know what I was saying. Was I saying, oh yes, I can assure you as well, they're not on Amazon, but I can assure you that I'm trying to figure out some sort of ways to help out to get similar things. So for now we're shipping from our store, maremismallart.com. We ship worldwide except UK, and that's due to Brexit. Unfortunately, nothing changed with this. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Let's see. I think I'm gonna leave it as it is and just jump in with a brush and trying to have this gorgeous rice paper stick down. I wish for some texture. I haven't played with texture forever, to be honest, so I think it would be nice and lovely to have a texture build up somewhere, maybe some sprays around. We shall see. Yes, you can go outside the front, of course you can. Now, and there we go. Yeah, Hannah has a friend over, Noah, and they have been playing some restaurant and some enjoyable enjoyable. Oh, sorry, that's the wind. Some sort of enjoyable, fun time they had in the garden. Now I'm gonna press it gently with that dump brush with the gesso. I'm adding clear gesso because I always do. I think it works dreamy and magically with rice papers. However, I will be testing. I have some Sizzix gesso. I have some Pretty Gets Fritty. I'm sorry, Pretty Gets Fritty, because that someone sent me this, the brand sent me this for tests. So I have also creamed actually gesso to test it out. I have my other gesso. I will be testing different gessos, because what I'm doing right now with this gesso and this gorgeousness page, it is not doable with all the gessos. Some gessos are way too gritty, which this one is phenomenal. Unfortunately, Little Birdie that I'm using is out, it's no longer available, so sadly, and I'm on the hunt to find a perfect, beautiful, gorgeous gesso. And I see my husband with no internet, guys, since 3 days, so he's trying to actually upload a video through our neighbor's internet, so I'm gonna pause the video and ask him if this went through. As I was hoping, I think I'm gonna jump in with this image or this one. I'm just not too sure. I think I'm gonna have it there, even though this seems to be way bigger. Or this one here. This one is the Animalia Volume 2. I just think that these are so cute and they do match up lovely to such a foresty feel. I think I'm gonna go for the big one this time. I think I will. So I'm gonna grab it. At least I'm gonna try and see. Maybe it will work. Maybe I'm gonna change my mind. And you know what? It is okay to change your mind, honestly. Okay, so let's see. Let's imagine. Oh, it's gonna be fabulous. It will be fabulous. So let's say our I think it's Świstek in Polish. I can't remember in English. Beaver is it? Okay, what else? Who else from our Animalia would match? Oh, the water. 1 second, our otter in the water. Oh my daisies, look at it. It is either this one, but it's a bit too much of similarities, but this one is under the water in here. I mean, this is beautiful. Let's have this. And we're gonna try to incorporate this somehow with our backgrounds to the... Oh, I love it. Let's just put it like this just for now. Oh, or a bit lower. Oh, this is so cute. Now, it is weird because this one is much bigger than the tree, but he's just closer, or he could be here closer. And then I don't know, a little bit of saying or something, we shall see. I'm gonna take a tiny break and I'll be right back to you. Good morning, hello my beautiful friends, cheers everyone. Let's have a sip of coffee for a good beginning, for a good day, I hope. I wish to say that I'm back to you the next day, but actually I think it's been a week since I paused this video and we stopped in this moment, and actually we've been away in Dingle for our 3-day trip in a beautiful County Kerry. We've been so lucky because the weather was phenomenal actually, and it's not that obvious in Ireland, and even more in County Kerry it could be quite rainy. So we've been very lucky. And also the reason why I wasn't here that soon as I wished is because I finished 2 new books, fantastic 2 new books. I hope you will love them and you will be quite surprised of the themes. Those are 2 super different books to what we had and super different from each other, which is great. And also in the next week or 2, hopefully there will be even 2 more books. And I'm just finishing those details as well. So exciting time, but I have to say I've missed the studio, I've missed the table, I've missed you, and someone have posted a comment recently saying, you know what, Marta, to keep your sales up you need to keep making videos. And I'm thinking, whoa, like I don't know, like I honestly, if that's how I would operate in my mind, that let's make as many videos as possible, let's just get attention about the books and let's this, like, no, it's not like that. I think making projects in your own time and focusing on making sure that your mind is in the right position, it's super important. So for me, you know, I'm focusing on here and now, what's good, how it feels right, and I don't know, it's just, that was a very interesting comment to read, to be very honest, but I'm not really attached to it. I wouldn't say I'm connected to this comment, to be honest, because I'm so happy loving the books, but even more happy is that I'm making the projects and the videos not only for the books, but really mostly it's for you to get inspiration. Books are part of it, but I actually thought as well about it that I really would love to maybe later after today's project to go back to a project without my books, because I was so excited about making projects with the books that yes, those videos will keep up sales, but it's not about that only. Like actually it's less about that, I think I would love to make the next project from the stuff I have in the studio, excluding my books, hopefully. Even though you asked me, let's make more videos with the books. Please mix and match the books. And I also think about the project that it's going to be big and it will have all 9 books in the project, like element from each book. That would be fantastic. But also make a project with no supplies, maybe, like all the days. I miss that and I would love that. So enough of chats, guys, because really I would love to focus on finishing this one because it's a gorgeous, cute little page, and I'm so excited to use the raised papers. And I finally have a new selection of Elmer glues. Now, if you don't know this glue, I have suggested you these glues for some time, and I'm so disappointed right now with it because they are, I don't know, whatever happens with them, it's impossible to open it. Like, I can't open this one. And I can't open this one. Yeah, so 2 I can open, 2 I don't, so I'm gonna ask Lucas, and I won't be getting those anymore because you can't get them because they are very expensive on Amazon, and it's just not worth it to pay $15 for them. I paid like $4 for mine, so luckily. And I'm back to Elmer's. I used to use them not a long time ago, like recently. I just finished them. What I love about them is that you can re-stick it, and honestly, it's not a lot of glue inside. I quite think they're quite small, and I think they were like around $7 for 12. I think it's okay-ish because they will last you till the last drop. They will not go hard. They will not go unless you leave them open, but they are clear. They are like this chewy, delicate, and you can re-stick it, which is fabulous. And it's up to 5 minutes. You can just, you know, glue it down and move it around, and I love it about it. And I love the fact that they're really good on the paper as well. They're like easy to use. So Elmer's 5-minute one. I don't know any other Elmer's. I know Elmer's in general. Is it American one? Possibly. Yes, I think Atlanta. Yes, they are American brand. So I'm pretty sure that most of you heard about it. They have tons of different type of glues. I only know these and I love them, and I have been using them now. But anyway, let's focus on trying to implement our author and our Świstak in Polish. I don't know in English. So my way of thinking was either I'm gonna have this little pet here somehow like that. Possibly that's what I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna keep these, or whichever. Now I'm trying to think about a way to make us make this possible in an easier way. How we can actually blend in with the background. And I was thinking, Marta, why don't you try to do something like that? Will that help? So what I'm gonna try is, I want to see if any of this will be kind of making any sort of, I don't know, if this will be any good, better to have my paper blend in with the rest. I don't know, I'm just trying to think out loud, you know, of the ways, because I know that a lot of you are saying, Marta, I don't know how to blend in with the background. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna focus on how we can coordinate the colors, blend the background and all. I think I'm gonna really go for our pet like this. So he's gonna be there, and you can go and cut it around it, or you can just leave it as it is, and hopefully we're gonna somehow incorporate, like, he's gonna be matching beautifully here on the side, and he's super cute. Do you know what I might do? I might just try and see if we can, maybe we can cut this one in a better way and blend in this one. It's gonna be easier. I'll see how well, because I wish this to be visible, not covered by this white piece. So maybe I'm gonna get rid of tiny parts of it, and then we shall see what we're gonna do next. So back to my storytelling at the beginning of the video. We've been in Dingle, and it was a glorious weather. We went on the boat. I had tiny stories shared on my Instagram, but I haven't finished it because the moment we came back, I was like straight back to trying to finish up the books, because I know that a lot of you is waiting and asking about the new books. Of course, we all got excited and all, and me too. And to be honest, I told you that I have at least like 12 books ongoing being created simultaneously, because it's a lot of time involved, and sometimes it's easier to do a few things together actually than just one. It depends, I guess. I do both ways to be honest. Let's see how is that now. So that's lovely. That is looking lovely. Now we could have a little bit of that whiteness going away. There we go. And we could have him there. I think I'm gonna just have this one as well, delicate fussy cut. Let's see how doable is that gonna be, and I'm gonna try to color it around it. We'll see how we're gonna do it. How can we just avoid those white backgrounds being there, because some people don't mind, some people do. I may just have this gone. There we go. Let's see. And I feel that we could have this whiteness as well going. And this, I'm gonna check if I'm recording. I am, thankfully. Now, so look how this pretty much blends in with the rest, right? And it doesn't feel awkward or bad. We will still somehow blend in him, so we shall see. But what about our author? I think it would be beautiful if we could have a little bit of that here. Possibly, look how you rip the paper as well. That's important. I prefer to have ripped edge than the actual oh, this could be like that on the side, so we can keep it as it is. Same for this one. I think it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna keep it like that. So let's glue these two and let's see how much of the blending technique we're gonna be using, because I think we can just jump in with the clear gesso and then go maybe with watercolors, maybe with Karin markers, maybe with acrylics. I guess we shall see. So there we go. I think it's my first time using, no, there was one more project where I used animal. However, saying that, it was in a different project, and it was in a tiny project. I think it was in here, and it was a squirrel. 1 second, let me just grab it. I think it was, yes, so I have used squirrel with this cutie there. Okay, so we've got that. I think this definitely needs a little bit of blending, so we need to somehow figure it out, how we can where is that? No, here. How we have to figure it out how we can blend in and pretend that there's no barrier in between, there's no no line visible and stuff like that. So that's our task. Learn and see how we can manage it. Now with the bright color paint, yes, but also with possibly with maybe a little bit of clear gesso, white gesso. I don't know. I guess we can wait and see. Now I have to say, you do forget about how to talk in the camera. Not only that I'm back after a month of trying to of being with camera, but now again after just few moments I paused and we went away, so it's like it feels really long since I've been here chatting to you, and it feels weird in some way. Now I love what I see. I love the blue here, and I wish to somehow make this possible as well. But before we're gonna jump into that, I will go with the gesso. I'm gonna jump with the layer of clear gesso. So let's do that, especially on the edges, you know. There we go. Same for here, especially where the I may have one go delicate on the animal, and that's it, because I really wish him to be matte, as much as matte possible. So one go maybe on the animal, and then if I need more, then I'm gonna jump in for more on the edges, because this is where we will focus our energy on blending. Now, there we go. That looks good already. Lovely, 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 jovely. Okay. Beautiful. I have to say, those rice papers are phenomenal. And I have dreamed of having background rice papers. That will be like a fabulous starting point, you know? Something that will just help out in being in the background. And this, I think this is sort of it. This is really what I was missing, to be honest. Okay, lovely. Now this goes to the water. And my water, since we left, it's disappeared. So I need to grab some jar with water. All the jars are empty, would you believe that? That's okay. I'm gonna dry these a little bit, because we don't need that much of drying. But let's do. Oh yeah, my dryer is here. I was just trying the colors of Tim Holtz, and look, these are gorgeous colors. This is gorgeous color, gorgeous color that matches this one. So what I may try to do, firstly, I need some water. So I'm gonna maybe grab water from here and just pour it a bit. There we go, just to have something to work with. And some bit of a brush. There we go. Let's see. And let's see if we can somehow paint it here. Just to see how this could be. Oh, you can't see, sorry about that. No. So a little bit of blue, but then we have this creamy, I don't know. I honestly will be trying the colors, the creamy colors and things, just to see how they are. Just to have a little bit of, oh, that could be nice. Just to have a little bit of feel for what colors do I really have here around me in the studio, you know? Like this is acrylic as well, doesn't feel like acrylic, maybe, ooh, maybe because I didn't shake, so let's shake that. These are very old paints as well, you know? So maybe that's one of the things that I should do. There we go. I think this is nearly not yellowy enough. Not yellow enough. This one is gray. Oh, that could be nice because it is white. It is titanium white. Doesn't feel like titanium white, I have to say. So I'm trying basically between 3 different type of papers, go around to see how much I can make this blend possible. Is this possible to make this, you know, into some sort of feel of, oh yes, these match together, oh yes, this is like nearly together. I have few other paint. Oh, let's try this one. Like I just gathered few kind of, yeah, a few kind of paints like this, so they could be somehow handy with each other to see how well we can blend in. It does feel right now with this one, joined with the white on top of this one. So I'm trying to get rid of that feel that this is not together, and I think it's working slowly. Same for here. I think it would be lovely to have a little bit of play in between, so to join the rice papers with the background and with the sky. We can as well, of course, make your own sky. At some point you can start adding your color. My initial focus right now is to, this one is milk white. That doesn't feel like white, isn't it? Milk white, maybe it's nice and milky. Let's see. Ooh. Just to see. Now with the acrylic you need to work pretty fast, because the acrylic, they do dry fast. That is lovely. That is lovely. Now I'm not too sure how to go about this here. Will I do the milky white here as well, or will we go for, I don't know, let's see what's doable, or maybe we go for this dark color, like combination, or I guess we could do a little bit of that as well. To cover completely, really, the paper in between. That's not bad idea after all, right? I love that. So we somehow blending in. Let's see if this color here will be any good to us. Not necessarily. We have to just see. More of a blue. I think we need a little bit of, oops. I feel with this kind of play with color, I think it's like a decoupage work nearly. You're really up for a challenge to blend in the pictures, and I think it's a fabulous way to play, to try to blend in these together as if they are here together, if you know what I mean. I think I would love to somehow manage it to get that underwater feel, which means it would be good to grab some bluey color. Let's have a see. Bluey greeny color. First that I just caught. Let's see. Ooh, I love this. Ah, that is lovely. Now, oops, you can see that is like as we call it, like very much so detailed work, and it's nice to have a play of this kind as well. Let's see. Obviously, mixture of these elements as well. It's a little bit of fairy tale, a little bit of imagination, something. Of course it is. So it takes from us as well to envision it, to imagine it, to see it differently, because you may say, oh, these guys are way too big for the actual scenery, whichever. But I think you just have to Don't think about that. Just put your composition however feels right, whatever elements you wish to play with, and mixing around, and just go for it. I think it's our head that it's limiting us, and I'm a true believer in just mix whatever feel comfortable for yourself. And if it is mixing a little bit of an author with a fairy, why not? Do you know, when I was making those books, like, obviously a lot of it was vision. Like, I did not craft with these books before publishing them for you. So I was like hoping I'm right, that it will give the feel, the possibility, the inspiration and all. And I think it is actually doing that, which is amazing. And I'm so grateful seeing so many fabulous work. Actually, we have a new group on Facebook. I started a brand new group on Facebook. Maremi's Creative Cafe is the old group, and it's working fine. But I wanted to give you the outlet for the collage books inspirations only. Not only you can post your projects there, but you can even share your videos there. As long as you're using books, you're allowed to even share your videos, which in the previous group we were never really allowing the links because, long story short, it was just better to keep it that way, which now I really would love to help out. And if I can do that by saying, share your work with us, share your projects, your videos, your tutorials, grow your channel with us, all of us. If we can help each other, that's amazing. So the group name is Karin Collage. No, sorry, I have to check it. It's a brand new group, and it's not that I remembered myself well. It's called, this is the name, Karin Collage Art Journaling with Maremi Collage Book. So basically the intentions of this group is to use the books and create amazing projects. As you can tell, create projects and share the projects in the group, as long as you're using books, and you're allowed to share your tutorial. Look at this one with the animals as well. Such a similar vibe to mine. I don't know if you can see. I hope you can see. It's a gorgeous one. Let me put the brightness bigger. Look at it. It's fabulous. Tony. I mean, seriously, like, sky's the limit, but having the group where we all can share the inspirations with the books, mix and match them, and showing what you love them. Like, look at them. There is so many phenomenal projects. And there is also projects that are really beginner friendly, because some of you are just beginners, and it's also good, and it's super to share. Don't be afraid to share. Open your arms, open your heart, and even if it's not that perfect and you're not too very sure about it, just post it. Just get inspired, but get inspiration from others. Be inspired. Hopefully you will inspire as well. Even sharing a story. Hey, I'm a beginner. I'm not sure of what I'm doing as yet, but I'm there to learn and explore, and I'm happy to be part of the group to share the love for art journaling and to learn from each other. Look at it. I mean, there is so many absolutely amazing projects. Absolutely, like, there's so much. So the group name is called I scrolled so much. So it's nearly 1,000 members. So right now it's 978. So it's just under 1,000 members. Karin Collage Art Journaling with Maremi Collage Books. I will leave you the link, of course, but you can look for it yourself. Go on, join in, because I really hope as well that we're going to do some maybe ATC challenges, monthly challenges. Cafe cards used to be in the cafe group, so maybe we will do some. It's gorgeous. Like, look at the inspirations. Like, you can get so much inspirations from these beauties. I hope to have some monthly challenge, but once I'm settled with the new books as well. So join the group. I invite you. Please do. Look at it. It is so pretty. I love it. So I don't know what I was saying, but anyway, I may add a little bit of that greeny here as well, of that. Beautiful. Lovely. We all beginners, guys. At some point we all started somewhere, and it's great to be open-minded, to just share the love for our journaling, and if we can do it together, that's awesome. Now I may just do a tiny touch of the some color here, as in, I don't know, like just to see if we can have a little bit of, you know, something that it's there, as in if this is what we planned to have for the water. It's not that I know what I'm doing. Come on, guys, this is really pure. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. A little bit of that color, a little bit there, you know, just to see where we at, what we're gonna do. We could do a little bit of different colors, I guess, and have a little bit of that. So I'm basically trying to pretend I know how to do like underwater creatures and the greenery and stuff. I don't. But you know, that's okay too, because I think once everything is like with the color matching of this kind, I think it's difficult when you are in the action and you're actually doing it. It's easier when you don't know where there are the paper meets. When you don't know it, it's harder to see it than when you are doing it and you feel it's still visible. You know what I mean? It's just so much. We may feel that no, it's not blending good enough, but in fact it could be. It's just our eyes, our mind knows about where we blended in, so we have this feeling, oh, it's not good enough. Oh, it is actually good enough. Don't worry. Okay, so that's what we have for now, just to have a little bit of this feel. Now I think this is blending pretty well as well. Honestly, I don't feel bad about it, and quite the opposite. I think it's just lovely. I would focus on this right now, which means I should get a little bit of brownie colors. Let's see. Now grayish, no. This brown, well, it's a color of our animal, but I'm not too sure. Let's see. I'm turning my back. You may not hear me that well. I'm turning my back towards. Oh, look at this pink. I could have a tiny touch of that pink in the water, because it does look a little bit of like this pink, just a tiny bit. So just to see, you could focus more and be more precise. Oh look, be more precise and even have a better sort of play with the color, and have like a greenery in a pink. That makes any sense. Once it's dry, it will also feel different, trust me, you know. But I remember when I started my crafty journey, and decoupage was one of those first things I've ever done, and I was decoupaging bottles and selling the bottles. I remember that I loved the process of blending, and it was a very time-consuming process, and it was very rewarding as well, and I truly loved it. Look, a little bit of pink here and there, you never know. Now I'm turning back because I have my paints here. I barely can see. Oh, there's some brownie. No, you know what, Marta, you need a bit of a green, maybe even this green. Yes, let's see. Oops, I just touched that. Great, Marta, great. Ah, Daisy. Do you know what? Hannah is on her camp today. First day, first time ever on a summer camp without us. And she's 6 hours there. Maybe that's why I'm here, because I could focus and do stuff and then think of, yeah, I need to do a little bit of painting, a little bit of working, a little bit of recording, a little bit of this and that, packing some orders as well, helping out Lucas and Emily. And the girls, my niece, that she's here only till tomorrow. She's leaving tomorrow after 3 weeks. The girls finished 3,000 puzzles. I'm gonna record that in a second and put you either the clip or recording here of those 3,000 puzzles. We started it last year, I mean September last year, and she had to leave after a bit of more than a week, and we left those puzzles untouched. No, maybe we did a bit with Emily, but then we left it, and it was waiting a year for them to finish, because I honestly didn't help this time at all. I used to always did stuff with them, but this time I think it's too bright green. I'm gonna look for a different green. This time I really had to focus on work, on books, and the fact we're gonna have 2 books, it's making me so happy. Do you know what? It's probably, I feel that I don't have the right green, so probably the best and the most sense would be to just blend it in some green. So let's try and do that. So yes, they finished 3,000, like 3,000 pieces is quite a lot, I think, and they loved it. They loved it, and there was a small chance that they won't finish it, but I think Natalie was really wishing for it, to see it in her eyes herself, the finishing project, the finishing puzzles, rather than me and Emily finishing when she leaves. So I'm happy they did that, because a little bit of brown I think could be just perfect with it, because it's just nice, you know, to have to see the finished piece and to accomplish it and have a huge accomplishment feeling, you know, which is lovely. So yesterday we went to Kinsale for a little bit of a spin, just to show Kinsale to Natalie. You can have a look on the map, Kinsale. It's a gorgeous spot again. It's a very popular spot, I have to say. It is lovely, very popular, very boaty orientated, because there are boats and some sailing and all. Super views with there is a fort, old fort. It's gorgeous views down there. I guess I'm so used to it that I maybe don't see how pretty it is, but it is a gorgeous spot indeed, I have to say. Natalie loved it a lot, like a lot. Do you know what? I don't have the regular green here. Maybe this is... Oh, I have the green here. I found it now. Another green, which is Stamperia again. I got those Stamperia. I think this is last year collection from Vicky, I think. So, very much so possible. So I'm trying to make this green, but it looks like a... Oh, it's getting somewhere. It looks a bit mocky to me. Actually, this looks not too bad now. So, I love the idea of blending it the way that we think it was there forever, since always, you know. That's the beauty of it, I guess. No, let's get that green going on there, going there. So yes, 2 books are waiting for it to be published. I'm waiting for it myself, and 2 others are about to be finished, so they're gonna be possibly a week later or more. I wouldn't wait for them. I wouldn't quote me on that, because possibly I could slip with the time. You see how much I slipped with the time where I'd be back and I never did. So I wouldn't quote me for that, but definitely the 2 new books are gonna be here this week. I'm excited. I'm so excited to see your reaction, because one book is something that I've been asked several times, and no surprise I've been asked about this theme of a book. I don't want to tell you to spoil it. You need to see it for yourself when it's there. But the other one, it's a completely different style. It's a book inspired by a friend of mine, and it was her initial, come on, do it, let's do that book, and I was like, really, and the moment I started it, I was like, oh my daisies, girl, this is going to be fabulous. And it is, and it turned out to be such a beautiful book and such a surprising book to me that yeah, you will see for yourself. There will be more coming in that theme. Both of the new books that are coming will have a continuation at some point because they are so good and we need more of it. So yes, you can start guessing if you want, but yeah, I really hope you will enjoy them both. So I'm trying to do a little bit of a pine cone drawing, painting here. It's a lace work. You know, lace when you do that. But I think I'm doing pretty good job here now. So I'm looking for the color for the pine cone to match it up a little bit, to get rid of that line. The line is probably still visibly kind of, but it's not as obvious. And because I'm going over, it's just not as, yeah, look, same for here. I'm just trying to have a little bit. Sometimes even when you add the color, sometimes accidentally it works out and it just does give us a vibe of, oh yes, that matches, that's good. That's what I feel right now. It's not that I'm 100% sure of where what should go, but I think we're doing pretty good job here. The only thing I possibly wish to have is, imagine if we could have, look, I'm adding that yellowy, dirty, yellowish kind of color here as well. Why not? Because there is some browny, orangey colors. And the only thing I wish is that the level in between, like rice paper is sinking in, really down, sinking in. With the collage paper, as much as this collage paper is pretty thin, it's still thicker than rice paper. So it's much more difficult to blend in. It's doable, we're doing it, and it's super. But for some it could be a little bit challenging. But honestly, challenge yourself, guys. I truly believe that we just learn with each of those projects. Now, it's a very time-consuming, amazingly rewarding process. I think it's just so fabulous to have a chance to just paint that way, you know. And I think in this sense acrylics are much better than any other medium because they just there. You can quickly blend it in, but they just there somehow differently, which watercolors are blending in better and they sink in differently, maybe better, I don't know. But I think for the mostly in my life I would use acrylics like now for trying to figure it out the background blending colors and designs and all with the acrylics actually. Yes. Oh, I love this. I think it is so beautiful. Seriously. It just feels right, you know. And even the fact that I had some white in here, that it went then, it's so good. You just don't know. And even the rice paper that I'm blending it to it's the same. It's like, it is not such a obvious objects here. So it is doable. It is really doable to blend it in a great way. No, I will also say thank you so much for purchasing the rice papers. I think we have sold a 75% possibly of, I didn't check properly, but definitely more than half was already gone within a day or two that I have mentioned it. I didn't mention it much, but it was, yeah, so I'm gonna be doing reprint, order it more because I think they are just so superb that more people will probably feel that, you know what, I can actually try my hand on rice papers. Rice papers are very forgiving, very forgiving. It's a great medium if you're beginner, if you don't know, if you're stressed, if you're not too sure how to work with it. It's a great tool because it's, yeah, you can just really have a beautiful something, like a beautiful background element, and in a easier way to work with it. It's just different. So I would suggest to give it a chance, you know. If you never use rice papers, I'm telling you, be careful, because this is something that I've, for example, always loved, always, since day one. And I remember when I started using rice papers back then, nobody was doing rice papers on art journaling. It was so amazing, because I started it as one of the first, I think. Honestly, I believe that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I remember from past times. Nobody was using rice papers back then. It was so refreshing as well to see this way. I so love this, guys. I really feel we have something amazing. Look how this blending worked. Now, it takes time, precision. I'm gonna bring the camera closer, 1 second. Now you can see it better. I didn't think of bringing camera closer. Maybe next time when I will be doing it once more, which I will for sure, because I know that a lot of you said you need blending idea. Look at that. This blending is the most like, you really barely can tell where's the line. Am I right? Because I'm looking at the camera and I nearly cannot tell. It is so good. And am I a painter? Not necessarily. But am I trying to? It's like a little bit. It's like trying a little bit with cheating. Is that a right word to say? It's like trying to see if I can be a painter with that blending. So I see what I see, and I'm trying to match it up. If you know what I mean. It's just that kind of way. So I'm just trying to really focus on what I see here. I love it. I think it is so fantastic, and it has to dry as well, so it looks so much better when it's dry. Everything seems to be always better when it's dry in our case, so in our art journaling journey. So this is it, and I'm so loving it. I think I lost that line pretty well. Yeah, most definitely. I think I've lost this line pretty well. Same for here, just adding a little. Next time I'm gonna bring camera closer. Next time I will be doing more blending ways and stuff. You can add different here and there, different things. Now you can as well do a little bit of doodling. Imagine now, because I got rid of those doodles, but we can just have a little bit of play right now even, and have a tiny doodles going on here, because there was this fabulous thing, but I just wanted, it's not the same with the drawing, but we could try, you know, we could try to redo it tiny, maybe with the pencil rather than pen. Let's see if I have any pencil near me. Possibly. Do you know what? It is such a mess that in the next guess week or two, I will be most definitely inviting you for a bit of a cleanup of the desk of the studio before the school starts and all. I think it will be so nice to have a little bit of that cleanup and all. Now, I'm so loving it. I'm so loving it. And we have, I think, one moment, I think we could still add tiny touches, like tiny touches of some bit of brown here, this yellowy, I don't know, just, I don't know if that's any good idea, or maybe not. 1 sec. I'm not too sure myself what I'm trying to do. I guess I'm trying to match up a little bit of that. I'm not necessarily sure the color is what we need. This here, I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm painting right now. I don't know. Let's see. I would love to explore more this subject in general, like knowing how to blend in and all. What about you guys? Tell me, are you struggling with the blending? Would you like me to have more videos with the blending ideas, showing how to blend background with the elements and all? I think it would be nice to have a little bit of a chat of that. So let me know if you would love me to do something like that for you. I think I would love that myself, honestly. And also I think I would love a little bit of more color here, more of that, yeah, of that sea. Yes, a little bit more, because I think we kind of lost it somehow. We definitely have a great job here done with the blending and all. Sometimes go further, even if the blending doesn't need to be done, but go further with the color, and the color that you will add in other places will match up the color that's using in here. So that's a good thing to do, honestly. I think even more here is missing, but then maybe that's what it should be. Delicate and all, and a little bit of where's that yellowy BBB? I don't know. Maybe this creamy yellowy. No, it's like maybe some bit of waves somehow with that, I don't know, creamy. We need to be careful as well, because you can go, oh, hello, you know, we could go a bit too much maybe. There we go. I think I'm happy with what I see, and I'm pretty much nervous of what if I add too much and screw it and it just won't be nice. So I think I'm happy to leave it, because it's blending beautifully. Now question is, are we adding fairy? I think I have it. I looked through our fairy book, and honestly I just didn't, we could add some of them because they have lovely music notes on the dresses and all, but with the newest fairies and blooms, I'm thinking this fairy, because look at it, color scheme, it is just right. So I think I'm just gonna jump in and fussy cut her and at least see if she is gonna be good, matchy match, maybe not, we don't know. So this is that, and I'm gonna show you quickly a flip through as I'm having the book. Let's just have a flip through, a cute background. Oh, and I also thought about, ooh, someone is at the door, thought about maybe the I don't know what's that. Sky has some clouds, yes. But anyway, quick flip through, just so you see, because not everyone is watching full-on videos. So there we go. Oh, yes, and also she could be, in theory, she could easily be going on that water. I'm gonna fussy cut her and be right back to you. As you may be wondering, how are you, Marta, cutting those detailed things? Do you know what? I'm just trying to cut it as close as possible. And yes, I do cut out if something is way too tiny, too delicate to cut it. And I'm okay with that, you know, because it would be different, I guess, if you like blend in the background, so it's much easier. But the tiny elements, I'm okay with it if it's not, if it's cut out somehow. I think it's fine. So I'm just going with my scissors. I tried the what it's called, all the cutting knives. I wasn't happy with them. Then someone texted me a name of a knife that you put it on your finger. I'm looking if it's around me, but it's not. Funny enough, someone shipped it to me some time ago, long time ago, and I have it, so I will test it out. But I need a sip of coffee. Okay. I'm so happy to be back to the studio right now because we haven't had a video for a few days. And I know that you're waiting for it. Plus, I'm waiting for it. And I was hoping for such a scenery build idea. I was hoping for a video of this kind. But also, as you can tell, it is taking a bit of a time, so that and thinking as well, to how to really make a scenery pop and how to make this super pretty. I hope I fulfill some of your some of your wish list for project, because I feel it myself. It's a great one. Now, oh, there we go. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of that crafting knife, one of the crafting knives. Which one I left near me? None of it? Ooh, no, I'm sure I left. Oh, I have some. That's this one. Let's see. So I will just have, just in between here, I like to have this gun. There we go. Let's see. Now, is it necessarily? I guess not. It's just more something that I wish to have this maybe. Oh, there we go. Have it gone. But is this necessarily a gain? No, I don't think so. You can just keep it and it's gonna be just fine. Oh, that is so pretty. Now, I think she's gonna be just perfect here. She's going away. She's just saying goodbye to her friend. I think he's like, please stay. Or what is it here? No, that's a bit too extreme, isn't it? Here it's taken away too much from that beautiful thingy, so I think I'm gonna just have this one. Or maybe here she's like going or looking, or one second, I'm gonna see one more fairy. Why not? You know, it's not that we know 100%. But I'm just trying to. I'm gonna try to see if she wouldn't be nicer. I think we have this, guys. I like that saying. I keep on using these, so I think I'm gonna be doing some maybe brown text soon. Brown text words or something, because I feel that I'm constantly going towards vintagey colors of sayings, not black, not white, but the vintagey one, which is this. I think this fairy matches very well. I think the colors are lovely, greeny and all. She could be somewhere here, not here, because it's like it doesn't make, she's too big for being this far. Here we could get away with it, but I don't. Then the author is huge. I don't know. It's just, it feels right to be here. I think it's fine, and they seems to be talking with each other. And I have this fabulous saying that, look, I think it's gonna be just right for the picture as well. So I really think right now as well we're missing sayings for our books. I should focus on making this book pretty soon. I am making it, but it's far from finished. Everything you want is on the other side of fear, and I think this is such a great saying, matching the little princessy girl with the huge animals around her, and I think it's magic, somehow magically it matches, I think. So let's finish that. The girls are going to pick up Hannah from her camp. They're gonna go walking because it's a nice weather. Actually, the weather today was so funny. Rain, sun, wind, rain, sun, wind, and it's like the whole morning like this. Look at it. It's a lovely way. I think I may just have a tiny bit of play there to have it less visible, those music notes. Now I love it, guys. This, oh, which, like, I mean, seriously, it doesn't even matter. It's just so good. It just works. It's just so pretty. Yeah, all these years I wanted sceneries, and voila, it took me some time to figure out the style, the way, the feels, what kind of sceneries. And I went back on my YouTube channel, you know, and I could see my woodland pages, my magical fairy pages. They've been happening since many years now, and very little of them because there was no pretty papers. Only maybe one collection with fairies or something, and maybe 5 animals, woodland animals in one collection. Honestly, if you think about it, if you look through your stash, I'm pretty convinced you're not gonna find the author, or you're not gonna find them sort of little creatures and pretty girls to choose from. Seriously, I think we have it now, and with all these books around, you can just truly mix and match everything. Now the next 2 books aren't in the zone of these, so they're gonna be for different type of projects, different style, different theme, completely opposite. So just to keep you on your toes to think, what she came up with, but it's gonna be very different. But we're gonna have, we will be going in a different world with those new books now, especially with the second one. Yeah, it's gonna be a very unique, I hope, and the backgrounds, and I'm gonna make rice papers for those as well, because they could go with the woodland feel, but they're not intended in a way. So yeah, we're going into different world, guys, from woodland magical to, I can't tell. Anyway, let's just glue these down, because I think we can call this one finished pretty much, if I can find the glues. Oh yes, silly Billy. And let's glue hair as well. Question of the day: are we adding splashes or not? There we go. Sometimes it's good to cut out one fairy to see, you feel like, oh, it's so lovely, but I don't know, cut another one. Keep the first one, like I'm gonna keep this one obviously for the next project. I have like a little box with few things that I thought I'm gonna use but I haven't, or pieces, parts of our yeah, what's her name? I can't remember some of these names because Emily was coming up with it. So keep your box with elements for later. Okay, now I don't know, are we doing a little bit of, I think I'm gonna go for straight actually this time. If we're gonna go for a little bit of splashes or not. No. Yes or no? Come on, tell me now. Maybe tiny bit, right? Tiny. Project without splashes. That's like not possible. Like this or like this? No. Yeah, that's somehow, I don't know. Do you know what? On the other hand, like whether this is on the left, on the right, you know, a lot of times it really doesn't matter. It's just down to your, I don't know, a little bit of your, how you see it, how you feel about it. And clear gesso is gone. Oh, there we go. So honestly, don't worry that there is no good way, best way. There's the way that feels maybe somehow kinder on your eyes or something, but other than that, there isn't such a thing. I still didn't make clear gesso test because I need to order the gessos, the 2 or 3 missing gessos that I wish to have for the test. So hopefully maybe I'll do it today. Do you know what I'm thinking as well? A tiny bit of, in a way I'm thinking tiny bit of blue, but then I love that browny vintagey colors, so maybe not. I'm gonna just grab, there we go, just to gently take it away from, is it too much? Took away? Did I take away too much? Maybe. No, it's good. It will dry and it's gonna be good. Maybe a color like this here, because it is a different color. It's brown. It's kind of beigey, but it's browny when it's dry. It's a little bit different, so we can just add it here and there just to see. yeah, you see it dries darkish, but it's nice. I love this color. It's that Dantel color that it's close to impossible to purchase it, so you know. Yeah, I think we can call this one done and dusted. Yeah. Okay, let's get some splashes. And the splashes, traditionally, calligraphy ink, guys. It's your bestie, it's your best friend. I will try a tiny bit of that. Actually, one idea that came to me. Funny enough, I meant to use text. I see that I left it here, but that was a week ago, so I forgot what I was planning. But obviously I was planning a little bit of a text, but maybe next time. Splashes, but also I'm thinking to add a tiny touch of ink on the side. Oh yeah, there we go. Walnut stain maybe. Ink. And I'm definitely not the best with holding my sponges and all. Oh, there we go. We can somehow use this one. That's for the gray one, so let's have this one. And I'm thinking on this side, on the left hand side here, could be nice to have a tiny touch of that framey feel, maybe. Just a little bit. I think I'm not fun anymore. I used to be a fan that you frame it everywhere. You grab your ink and you go over the whole project. I think I'm done with that. I don't know, it's just it stopped being somehow visually pleasing to me, or having it very dark around it, as if it's out of fashion nearly, but only in my mind, guys. Remember, I'm talking about my own feel towards things. There we go. That's maybe too much, but that's okay. If it's too much of something, jump in with a touch of paint, and just, you know, don't let something to be, if you don't like something, fix it, go back, fix it, or whatever, however it feels right. So we have a tiny color on this side here, and here. If it's too much, jump in with some paint and just, I think even when you do that, and when you like allowing this to be more, I don't know, spontaneously looking, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna add a tiny of that brown here as well, just a tiny, so it touches elements in, like, the color visually feels right, that we have a tiny of the same palette going on in places. I forgot to blend this part. Do you know what? It's okay too. Just leave it. Just leave it. And I'm not focusing on having a frame here. It's more like, again, just adding the color so that it feel correspondently to this one, that there are some browns, vintagey effect. And I think that's about it. Yes. And lastly, as I've mentioned, let's do some splashes. The mess on the desk. Oopsie. Okay, I'm gonna close this and just... I'm not 100% sure about the splashes, honestly. I think it's gorgeous as it is, but like 99.9, I always loved splashes whenever I wasn't sure, and I added them. I thought, oh yes, we missed them. Oh yes, it's lovely. So I think we could probably have similar story now. Okay, I'm gonna cover these, and I will cover a tiny bit of the text. And some small brush. You can use clear gesso, you can use white acrylic, you can use diluted white, like you can use whatever feels right. I'm lazy. I love the very chalky whitey feel. It's a very good white. When it dries, it's white. A lot of things, if you dilute it, if you don't have anything correct, that's okay. Dilute it and it's fine. Repeat it, make it darker white or stronger pigment. I love that this pigment dries white. It's not sinking in, so probably that's why I love it so much, because a lot of things will just dry semi-white, so it's not as visual pleasing. It's not as striking. You don't see it as well. But again, maybe some people don't like it. I don't know. I do love the white when it's white. I like this to be white, and I love this. So I like that. Now I think we could add a tiny touch of that white on the text actually. Let's see. Because I dip it in, I rather not dip in water in it. Just a tiny touch, okay. Maybe on the girl, not on the girl, but on her dress. 1 second, and definitely not on his face. Oh, okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's too much, I think. And what we're gonna do about it? Are we able to clean it off? I doubt it now, but let's try. And because she didn't have clear gesso, if she would be having clear gesso, you can definitely easy to clean it off. It worked, it's fine, but if you have clear gesso on top, you can then wash it off a lot of things. So just a little info to you. I think I'm actually extremely happy with this one. How gorgeous. Now one last thing we can do, and a lot of times I do that with the pen, but at this time I'm gonna just jump in with the pencil. I think I miss pencil work a lot, just to have, so it's not as this glue, it's not as good for a thick paper, and these text papers are very thick. So we need normal text paper, Marta. Textbook. Just sit down, focus, and finish it and do it. We need text. We need words for our art journaling. So, and I like that because it's not, it doesn't feel like it's separated from the project. It feels that it's a little bit arty with it. I always do that. You can as well take a brush and even go, not with the pencil, but if you have, let's say, where's our I have such a mess, guys. I really have no clue where things are. There we go. Where things are, so it's really messy. If you take it, let's say a tiny touch of that bark color, and you just have it a little bit of that under your text. If it's too much, clean it off, wash it off. And it's just lovely because it just doesn't feel that it's outsider in this whole project, and we kind of somehow make this magically being with each other. And even you can add a little bit of that brownie color, imagine here, just to have a tiny connection with the color between this and that, so we have the shades of the same color family. It's even nice like that. Look at it, it's lovely. Like this. I hope I showed you the blending idea today, and how beneficial it is for the project. And don't be afraid to blend in it. Honestly, like, just grab the correct color. Try to figure out the color shades, the one that will be so matchy and so well for the project. You could try to use whatever medium you have. Don't think that I have all the mediums. I don't. I just randomly sometimes look for colors. Probably acrylic is your answer in a good way, in a lot of moments. But not only that, use what you have. Wow, I love it. You know what? Always, if I use my bark color, then I'm sort of tempted to do splashes with it as well, which I'm gonna do. It's not that easy to make splashes with that, but let's try. Come on, Otter, we need to hide you too. That's it. Like just a, I don't know, just a touch. And again, because it's wet, may not look as good. There we go. Not as dark, not as striking, but it's there. Wow. Wow, I love it. Okay, my beautiful friends, I think we're gonna finish here. I'm so excited. I'm gonna post it today. Today it's Tuesday, so if it's Tuesday and I'm posting it, that means it's good. One more thing, sorry guys. Lastly, if you have like this girl, I didn't put any gesso on her, so but you can have a little bit of that brown as well here, just so she doesn't feel that she's not belonging here, or whichever. Maybe a tiny touch of color somewhere near her, underneath it, so she's there somehow. Okay. There we go. I love it. I love it. Now we could play along and do a little bit of shading around the animal as well, but I honestly feel that in this sense, the fact we blend in background so well together, I think he's already standing out so beautifully. Same for her. I wouldn't play with the outlining them per se. I focus my energy today on the background and how you can combine tissue paper, rice paper with the collage book paper, animals with the fairy, you know, just try. Look at the color palettes, what's matching with each other, further, closer. Yes, Otter is too big, this one is too big compared, like, but it's still magically beautiful, and that's what matters. So having fun, making project, that's all we need. Thank you so much as always. A pleasure to be in your homes, and I promise to be back very soon. Now that I have the 2 books in the process of being published, I can get back to studio, focus on few projects, and hopefully even tonight I'm gonna make 1 or 2 more videos, so we're gonna have it me more regularly, I promise. But for now, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.